alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. If I have to say it one more time, what are the words? Spoiler alert. Greetings and salutations. This is your girl, Outspoken Diva, and let's have a talk about it, shall we? What are we talking about on today? We are talking about The Never Ever Mix, Season 2, Part 3, The Reunion. Yes, guys, we're at the final stretch. JJ and I told y'all we would be reviewing the reunion. So yeah, here we are to do the good, the bad, and the diva of the reunion. Everyone came back, including the host, Taronda Jones, who also hosts the reunion. Um, and yeah, all the couples came back. We had the couples that left before the final day, and of course, they left separately. And that was Irving and Alicia, Tatiana and Clevassier, and Ty and Brittany. Um, and of course, the couples that made it to the end but went home separately, and that would be Kiki and Brandon, and Jared and Charlie. And of course, the two couples that walked away into the dating sunset, Chris and Alexis, and Jay and Cinco. Okay, so if I was to rate the reunion, I'm gonna give it a 3. What's good is good, what's bad is bad. On my notes, it looks like I kind of got even good and diva. When we put that together, it matches up with the number of bads I have, so that's a good thing. But we do get things that are questioned. I mean, the questions we get some answers to. Did anyone learn anything? Did who's dating, who's not dating? Did the two couples that walked away, are they still together? Did anyone hook up, back up? Once they left, those that left separately, did they hook back up? Um, Also, we get some of Taronda's feelings about some things, that kind of thing. So yeah, and of course we get the looks. Yes, we will be discussing our least favorite and our favorite looks on this review. And also, we know that this is later, and the post show updates and interviews have gone out. That will not affect. We will not be discussing that on this review. And nothing that was already said affects how we feel. We will only be talking about what was on that screen, okay? Or at least our feelings about what was on that screen, okay? So yeah, delete delete what you were about to write. We got it, okay? So yeah, let's go on and get started with the good, the bad, and the diva. Gonna bring Jay up and doing that time. Oh yeah, and this is a head nod to Andre the Black Nerd. He does the good, the bad, and the dirty, and the nerdy. So y'all didn't ask, but I told you anyway. But yeah, I'm supposed to bring Jay up, and while we're doing that, take a brief break and look at some of the looks. One of them contains my favorite. Will you guess who that is? Yeah, look at some of the looks, and yeah, we'll be back. Hey guys, welcome back. JJ is here. Say hi to the people, JJ.
Hey everybody.
Those of you who skipped past the beginning portions and didn't hear me say something that was kind of important, yes, we are aware that this is a little later. The post interviews and updates have come out. We're
Yeah.
not talking about that. We are aware we are only talking about the things that are on the screen for the reunion. Okay. So don't type, but this is what happened. We know already. Okay. We are sticking to what's on the reunion on that screen. Okay. All right. Delete your message. Okay. JJ.
Yes, let's get this started, child.
Let's
Let us
get this
get this
started.
started.
I do have one question.
Okay.
What would you rate before we start the good, the bad, and the diva? What would you rate Never Ever Met's season two's reunion?
You know what? To be honest, I'll give it a 8, 9 because it was messy,
Okay.
very messy, and it kept me wanting to come back and watch.
So probably out of five. I should have said out of 10 or 5. Out of 5, that probably would have been a 4.
Okay.
Okay. I
Yeah.
gave it a 3 to 5.
You give it a
What was
5?
good was good. What was good was good. What was bad was
Yes. It was it was entertaining, and it kept you wanting to come back for more. So I give it a yeah. Yeah, much better than season one. You know, season one had this little. It wasn't like season two. Season two did it. Season two did it.
okay. Okay. So, okay, I'm not gonna go off on anything but one time, so we can go back and forth on the goods and the bads. I won't be saying, I'm supposed to go in and all that kind of stuff. So
Hmm.
we should be all right. So give me one of your goods.
For the whole season. I
No,
mean the
for the
reunion.
reunion.
The reunion. I'm sorry. My goods were, I'm glad that they had a reunion period because I think we
Mm-hmm.
needed to know the updates. So that's the
Mm-hmm.
good about the reunion. My second good is I think everybody was nice looking. Everybody came back looking nice. Um, I think the third good would be they were pretty much respectful to each other. They did get like a little going back and forth. So that was a good for the reunion. And just overall, I'm glad they had a reunion because it makes sense. It only makes sense to have a reunion to give us the updates to see what's going on with these couples.
Okay. Okay. Um, my goods. Yes, the fact that they did get to have a reunion, good. I was happy that Wanda showed up because we
That
have
who
not
showed
seen
up?
Taronda, the host.
Oh,
I'm glad she
yeah,
showed up because we didn't have enough Taronda this season. Now, granted, we did not have some of the. We didn't have that guy that was on season 1 that was speaking very misogynistic in the house to speak like that in front of her. So, but Taronda didn't give no much advice. She was like a host, like
yeah.
I don't know, like nephew Tommy on Ready to Love, and then but she showed up. When I say showed up, we got some advice. What she
Mhm,
told
mhm,
Tati and
mhm.
Brittany was good, was
Yeah,
very good on both sides. She didn't not check one and didn't check the other. Okay.
yeah. I agree.
My next one was the behind the scenes.
Mhm.
Man, I needed those, especially Jared, because I don't care about your edits, sir. You said all of that,
A
okay,
L L
okay, and
A
even
A L.
ALL, yes, and even on the OWN's YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and even some of the behind the scenes, you see some more of Brittany's antics.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did that, ma'am. You did all of that. Okay.
Yep. She did all of
What did
that.
we see? It was something else that we saw that was a behind the scenes. All the behind the scenes were good. All the behind the scenes were good. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Jared and Charlie and this brass. We got down to brass tacks with them. We look, ma'am. She does not. He does not want you.
At all. He's not
Okay.
even a good friend
Okay. He's not even a good friend. Sir,
because
stop
he's
playing.
going to eventually want to still sleep with you.
Okay.
And that's
Stop.
not what friends do.
Exactly. Stop playing in this woman's face. Stop it. We tired.
Right.
Y'all. Stop.
Right.
Okay. Y'all just stop talking to each other. Okay.
Block
If
his
we
number, erase it. Go,
okay,
change your number if you have to, girl. Change
okay.
it.
If y'all can't be civil to not civil but cordial, just keep it there. Okay. Fine.
And she
But
want to be more than friends, so he's gonna say anything, one itty bitty thing that's gonna get her to be like, "Oh, he do like me."
right. Right.
No, or oh,
Mm-mm.
he do want to kind of be with me.
Exactly.
He
And
know exactly what to say.
exactly. Exactly. So, okay. All right. Those the end of my goods. Like I said, what was good was very good. Yeah. All right, let's go to the bads. But first, before you start with your bads, let's talk about your least favorite looks.
Either side, with the girls and the guys. Uh,
Whoever were your least favorite looks, period. I'm not
okay,
mine are not gender, on this side
okay,
is something
okay.
the other way around.
I would say Charlie.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe her hair should have been more curled or straight, but it looked like it was
Mm-hmm.
mixed with half curl, half straight. I didn't like that, and I kind of didn't like her dress.
Mm-hmm.
She was my least favorite out of
Okay.
the whole bunch.
Okay. I have three least favorites. All right. Unfortunately, my girl Kiki.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't understand the disheveled hair. Now, before this, I did, and I sent these pictures to JJ. But before
Mm-hmm.
and during the break, I've showed different looks. Kiki looks so put together in her look.
She did.
What happened between the picture and and action? The Showtime. And why didn't they stop and say, Kiki, come here. Let's smooth it out something. And then she was so oily looking.
Yeah, she was very
So
oily.
oily. And I wanted somebody to go and blot her face so bad. Now but we'll get to that on the bad side. But yeah, I'm just say let's just know I got a controversial opinion about something. My
Mm-hmm.
next one is Alicia's hair. So Kiki's hair and
Yeah,
Alicia's
yeah,
hair it aged her. She looks so much older with the hair. I did not like that. I like when she had the headband and the flower wig combination in
yeah,
I prefer that over this hair this
yeah. That like a
it
27 piece or something, some type of piece.
was too many pieces. Not to be funny, it might need to be down to like a 21 piece. It was just too much hair, and it
Yeah,
aged her. It was just too much hair.
it did. It
And
did. Mhm, I
my
agree.
my worst look of the night was Cinco.
Not the
Cinco
perfect guy. Not the guy with the perfect couple.
cut it. Cinco. Cinco looks like like my first time being the pallbearer at the funeral with the
With
older
no
the
jacket. Yeah.
hmm that's what he looked like. All he needed on was a nice little tie
Mm-hmm.
instead of he needed a jacket. I'm sorry, he
Yeah, he
needed a
needed
jacket.
a jacket.
And
He needed a jacket.
he has a nice body. He's a nice looking young man. He
Mm-hmm.
needed a jacket to complete that look. Okay,
Right.
I'm sorry. Like I say, he looks like yeah. If he had on a little tie, he looked like your your uncles want you to be but none of the other boys is doing it. Well, how come I don't want to wear a suit? You don't have to wear a suit.
Right.
It's fine.
That's what he gave me. It look
Yeah.
he didn't look much put together. Like I said, had he had a jacket on, he would have pulled
Hmm.
everything. Okay, that's my
Yeah.
only. But yeah, he was my worst because I was like, wait a minute. I mean, I know he was getting ready to go, but I mean, he had to leave early. But a jacket had
Yeah.
nothing to do with you needing to leave early. All you needed was a nice little blazer.
Yeah.
You can borrow one, something or other. I don't know. I'm just saying. So yeah, those are my top three worst looks of the reunion. So all right, give me your bads.
Um, Bad dress or just bad
All
overall?
all your bads at this point.
Okay, so of course, my number one bad overall is that little girl Jay. She butted in everybody's conversation when nobody wasn't even talking to her. She's immature. Okay, you don't like somebody, you don't like them. Okay, yeah, ain't nobody gonna die because you don't like them. When they were talking to Brittany, she was butting in. Like that has your comment has nothing to do with Ty and Brittany's situation. The girl didn't like the man. She didn't tell the man she didn't like him. And that's the whole point of their little conversation. But she just gonna butt in, then say something about old. Girl, you look older than her. She was the bad of over because she just so immature and don't know how to wait her turn to talk. Always gotta throw in her little 2 cents. Honey, you don't have to clap back for everything. That shows a sign of immaturity. You immature, like girl. Wasn't nobody butting in when they were talking about you in Cinco's relationship. So she bad number one. She even topped Jared to me. And you know that's bad. She
That
tops
is what
Jared.
you
Jared is number two. We see still
do.
lying, still playing in that girl face. And then thirdly, uh, Clay, sir, why you worrying about who on Tati? And then Poe Irvin, lying, still lying. I mean, the bad list can go on and on and on. When I tell you that list can go on and on and on. Jay, Jared, Clay, Irvin. Irvin, why are you lying? You know you ain't got no girlfriend. You do not have a girlfriend. Sir. You do not. You just lying. Like Tati told Clay he was lying.
Well, Alicia said he was like he lying. She said, she
He
said
lying. He
just
know he lying.
yep.
Why this group lie so much? Season one didn't even lie like this.
You don't
I mean,
know. We didn't get a reunion. We got updates.
like, I mean, that little girl, I gotta go back to that little girl. That little girl, she is so immature. Oh, she's immature. And she got a lot of learning and growing to do. And I mean, all of them do. From her on down to the oldest, which is Alexis. She up here worrying about how Chris looking at Tati. Girl, y'all ain't together. What does it matter? What does it matter? And I just feel so sorry for little Charlie. She don't know what's going on. And Kiki, child, that's my bad, honey. From the baddest down to the Kiki. Jay up there, honey. She is up there. She's up there in the clouds. I mean, up there in space. She ain't in heaven. I ain't gonna give her that, but she's up there in space somewhere. Up there, up there.
So
She
you know who I'm supposed to put on my bed.
go on
You
and give it to
you know I'm supposed to go in on production.
me.
Production. Where's the rest of Brandon and Kiki's update? Everybody else got. 3 to 5 minutes.
Uh-huh. And they stayed the longest on Ty and Brittany.
No, they say the Lawrence on Jared and Charlie.
They you think so?
Because remember they broke them into a commercial break.
Hmm.
hmm But Brendan and Kiki were 1 minute and 57 seconds.
They probably didn't need to go no longer. She was dead dog wrong.
No, but yes, they did because we don't know if they dating and who they dating, if they were dating, if they got a roster as a roster as Tati says. We don't know if
She
Brandon
lied.
and Charlie were dating because that got thrown out there by Brandon. We
Yeah,
also
that was a surprise. I didn't even notice that when they were in the house.
didn't. I mean, we didn't know anything about it. Okay, all of a sudden, and because of that, have you know? That's when I noticed it was some clips. And when I watched it back, because I didn't watch it the first time when it first came on TV, I was late. We'll get to
Okay.
we'll get to talking about why I was late and what I learned. While I was late, I was getting something was getting told to me, not
Okay.
show me. We'll talk about it. But I noticed, things were starting to be missing because again, we don't know, and they never went returned back if it was something going on between Brandon and Charlie. Okay, because now they were waffle buddies. They got introduced and all that kind of stuff. I'm
I
like,
didn't see all that waffles. Well, that's something they didn't show, right? Because I don't remember them doing no waffles.
and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Also, it's amazing how Brandon is. They talked about him saying the drinking. He was like, what he said he felt bad because once he said it, he couldn't take it back, and then it just became this thing. So we're not gonna show that they ever take accountability. Did Kiki even take some accountability? Did she even apologize? You can't show me that in 1 minute and 57 seconds.
Yeah.
Where is the rest of the in their portion? Okay. And I don't believe because once I went back and watched that whole best friends part that they injected that Alexis is saying, I don't believe that she's talking to Kiki because Kiki is sitting there just a straight face,
Mm-hmm.
but Charlie and
Seems like
Charlie and Jared are looking at her while she's talking about talking when the best friend thing came up. They're
yeah,
looking concerned. I don't think they're talking to Kiki.
they probably
Production.
not.
Production. I know you have a story to tell, but you have to make it make sense. If I, who don't know this, I don't know anything about the bees, okay? But if I can tell things are chopped up,
Yeah,
okay,
it's chocolate.
okay. Also, I'm gonna say this: production. Y'all didn't let Kiki get herself back together, smooth herself out, because she's the only lady on that couch that is smoothed out. Now I'm gonna say this: that this is probably as a plus size woman. I'm gonna say this. Season one, y'all made Diamond look like the angry woman, a Rasputia like lady. She was the
Mm-hmm.
angry fake woman. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Kiki
Mm-hmm.
looking lazy, suck her thumb, shiftless, fat woman.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Season three, if y'all have a season three and y'all have a mammy somebody who's the mommy of the group that's cooking for everybody, oh, she's just so happy.
Uh-huh.
If
Mm-hmm.
you have one of them, I'ma know something.
Yeah,
Don't play into a fat girl stereotype.
that's right.
That girl sitting up there, she the only one on the stage looking
Agree.
raggedy by the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Her dress, I liked her dress. I mean, all the dresses didn't bother me. Nobody dressed like
Yeah,
stupid. But uh her dress looked nice, but her hair, it and then her being oily and everything, let her get herself together. But
right.
now you didn't do that. And I got a strange feeling all the stuff that we saw, y'all playing into a stereotype. Okay. I saw it last season with Diamond. I
Yeah,
saw it this season with Kiki. I'm not a Kiki apologist. I mean, yes, I told y'all she reminds me a lot of my niece. But Kiki was dead wrong and so, a lot of the stuff she did. But we're not gonna play into a stereotype. Okay.
right.
And on the
Right.
reunion, we played into a stereotype, and that wasn't right. Okay.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
was it was pretty bad.
It was bad.
She was definitely greasy, and that wig, whatever
Yeah.
was turned to
And
the
they
side. Something wasn't
and
right.
once you saw the picture of her, the still picture of her on her page,
Mhm.
she
Mhm.
looked really nice. Hair was put together. What happened? And how come she wasn't given a chance to get herself together?
Mhm.
Also, I'm gonna take up for Clay also because Clay was down over there sweating and stuff. Clay, why are you sweating and all that kind of stuff? And it was times on the show that you could see his crack. That
Yeah,
was
he
because
looked very slouchy at times.
he looked very soft, and just because he's a BHM, a big handsome man, does not mean that you treat him anyway. Don't play
Right.
into stereotypes. Okay, let people get themselves together. Let them look just as nice as everybody else. Okay.
Right.
Okay. My next bag is Irvin and Alicia. Irvin, Irvin, we do not believe you. If
At
well,
all.
let me say it like this. I'm gonna say this. If you are dating that lady, you need to let your face know because everybody else, I got a roster. Oh, I'm dating. I have some people I'm interested in. I'm getting myself together. They got joy in their face. They they face match what they saying. Irvin, yeah, we together. Yeah,
Good.
I was just like Alicia. He lying. Me and Alicia said it at the same time. That whole reason,
He kind of chuckled himself. He kind of laughed too, didn't he?
we wanted to laugh too when she said he lied because he was. Okay, we do not believe you, sir. Tell your face. Georgia Glass. Shout out to the Brady Bunch. If you got that Brady Bunch reference, I'm saying you are my people. Georgia Glass ain't real. Okay, let's talk about it, okay. But their whole segment bothered me. And
Mhm.
okay, I told you when they first aired this, I missed it. I was in our church is having wellness community groups, and I'm in a group that's talking about anxiety. Well, we was at that moment, probably the same time they were being interviewed, their segment was going on. They were talking about people need in relationships needing. I mean, we show up as our executive selves until we are comfortable with our emotional into showing someone our emotional selves. I promise you, those two are always in their executive selves. Yeah,
Mhm.
they think that, no, especially Urban talking about he was emotionally intelligent. No, sir,
Not the
you
way
are.
you do it because somebody don't want you on them. That you're not intelligent. If somebody don't want you to touch them, don't touch them.
Now, I guess I could have put this under a good. Alicia taking accountability was a good, that was
Yeah.
good. Thank you. Because, yeah, telling somebody you don't feel safe, but then calling back
Right.
for them, yeah, that was not, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she took accountability. But both of y'all are still, and all that flipping her hair, and I'm over this, I'm too good for all this. Not, ma'am, really, you're acting. You and
Very much
you
so.
and Jay were trying to act together.
Hmm.
Okay. And speaking of Miss J, you are not still in charge of the girls. You are not.
At all.
Let them go. If I find out the production told you to punch it up, I won't be shocked.
Yeah.
Because at this point it's annoying. Yes, I understand, maybe you rolling your eyes or something like that. Okay, fine. But there were times you were speaking into things that you didn't have to.
That's right.
And again, it might be the edit because again, they clipped in stuff, with Tati and Clay's in a segment. And here comes Jay. Now, and the way they had Jay speaking into that, I was like, why did they do that? Because I could tell that was
Yeah.
clipped in. It was a bunch of lies in the house. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. But Jay, had you not been talking, they
Right.
can't do anything that you are not doing. Okay.
She looked like a bully, actually. A bully in a red dress.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if they didn't tell, if we find out that they told her, oh girl, amp it up, bring it up, we need a show, I won't be shocked. Okay. Who is else? Let's also talk about Clay, and then we'll talk about my last person that you haven't talked. Let's talk about Clay. Clay, let it go, let it go. She's moved on. You are
Yeah.
dating. You told this woman, even though she had to bring it up, you are dating someone else. Let it go.
Hmm.
Stop worrying about the next man.
That's right.
Alexis said something and she let that go that quick. You could tell she was
We
free.
all did.
You were still pressed. Let it go. Let that woman go. Okay. Oh, y'all supposed to be apparently y'all not friends. I mean that kind of thing. Y'all know what it was. Let it go. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about our last person because you didn't bring this person up, and I was very shocked. Let's talk about Mr. Ty.
Yes, I did. I did. He didn't let it go too. And
It
at
really,
your old age, you should know when someone likes you or not.
it
Even
was
though
one
she
thing,
should have told him.
but
I definitely agree.
the fact that she told you over the phone, these are
Yep.
my boundaries. That's number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. What makes you think they gonna change when we in person?
Okay, that was number one. Now, Brittany, yes, Brittany should have said, "Hey, I'm uncomfortable. Stop this." Okay, but every time Ty was saying something, he was jumping up and saying this, and I was like, "You sound like a creep.
He does. He does.
You sound like a creep because how
Yeah.
if you enough to Rhonda sitting there, I was wondering did she watch the same show that we watched? But then when she came back, this is when she became very good. Because when she said she thought Charlie and Jared were gonna make it, and I was like, "Ma'am, did you watch the whole show?" Because no, I don't know how you
I
thought that
think
they were
she was
gonna.
playing. I think that was supposed to be a joke.
I hope so. But when we got down to time, Brittany, and she put both of them in their place, but especially Ty when she said we had a whole exercise about boundaries. I'm like,
Very.
thank you. Now you what kept going on. I'm thinking you're being funny and stuff. No, I really do think you thought boom, boom, room and all that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Right. That was not cool at all. That was not cute. Not cute. Not
Yeah, and
cute.
you just keep saying boom, boom, room. Like, dude.
She don't want you. Okay?
And,
And you know,
and the
and
fact that we just met after how many months? That's all you
you
concerned about is a boom, boom room?
talking about well if I get to meet you I should be able to touch you. No, no, you should not.
No, you
You should
should
not be
not.
able to do that
That's
stuff. If I gave you
creepy.
permission, that is creepy. And whether I gave you boundaries or not, watch body language. Be aware. Be self-aware and be another person aware. I gave you a good because you finally, but it looked like you figured it out too late. Now that we on the reunion, yeah, you came out very creepy. And the stuff that you were saying, I'm like, you can't be that upset. Mm,
Right.
mm,
And if you feel like just because we're gonna meet that we you can touch me, then that to me make me think that if you bring me out to dinner, you expect the boom boom.
mhm. It makes me
Dude,
wonder if the camera's not been there at his house. Mhm.
nah.
Nah, nah. But that's the end of my bads. Let's talk about our divas. We I told JJ to leave her favorite looks for divas. So we'll have, divas. Who was your favorite looks of the night?
My top favorite look was Brittany. She did look cute. Her
Okay.
hair and her dress was cute. Alicia would be next, but that hair was too much.
Hmm.
She would have been next. But my favorite look would be I like to split it up with genders. So my favorite girl would be, of course, Brittany, and the favorite guy would be Brandon.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
those are
right.
my favorites.
My top looks for the night was Taronda. She finally had on an outfit that required the split because she had been wearing the split, but that Grecian look on her, oh, that was
Baby, that
that was good.
mm,
Dress. Oh, that was nice, and she looked good with her bob and everything. But
mhm.
someone in that same color that you just said, they topped the night for me, Mr. Brandon.
Yeah,
You did that, Brandon, sir. You
he
did that.
did that.
You did
Yeah.
that. Your hair was nice and neat. The outfit,
Mhm.
you matched your shoes to your shirt.
Mhm.
You, you didn't just put on a blazer. Because I'm sorry, Ty
Right.
just put on a blazer.
Yeah.
This one name Clay just put on a blazer. Brandon matched some things. Okay,
Mhm.
so yeah, those are my two uh favorite looks. Brenda was my top. Then next was Toronto. Do you have
Okay.
any other divas?
I would kind of give Alex. No, that's it. Brittany and Brandon.
Okay, I have one more diva to give. Somebody that I have not mentioned all evening. But can we give a diva to Chris Ruffin?
Oh, yeah, I guess so,
Did
child.
did
With
we
his
have?
Papel.
He made yes, he was under. He made me mad the rest of the season. But for the reunion, that young man, that
Yeah,
man handled Clay. He was like, "Sir, you still on
yeah.
that?" I said,
Mhm.
"She's a nice looking lady. She's
Mhm.
beautiful. You know, hey,
Mhm.
I'm interested. You know, I can't be
Yeah.
interested. Is that a problem? You know, nobody had to fight, and I have to give him a good. This whole season, nobody. I mean, this whole nobody went to fisticuffs.
Right.
Okay, nobody, had to swing. But I was scared for him because I was like, the way this man is Chris. But Chris, I
Mm.
feel like if we had to throw fist, I think he would have handled himself
Yeah, I think.
because
Yeah,
he was out of pocket. But
he was
he had
very out of
to.
pocket. Like, what are you tripping about?
Okay.
And see, that's what I don't like about men. They want to get mad, but you wasn't even trying to do right by that girl. So why
Thank
you worried about who want to be with her?
you. Okay. And are y'all trying to say y'all friends? Because yeah, okay. So are y'all trying to say he crossing the homie rule, the bro code? If not, if so, then you need to speak up. But yeah, the way Chris handled him so surely was
Hmm.
a good thing. And he even had to check Ty about something with Brittany. He was like, "You're not gonna give me." He was like, "I'm talking to the lady." I'm like, Chris, diva, thank you. And that's the it, guys, for us. Unfortunately, the reunion, like I said,
Hmm.
we're going to have to end up watching some of these updates to find out some things that's really going on. There are some interviews, there are some people have gone live on their personal platforms. I do know that Jay, Tatiana, and Kiki have a podcast together, Two Sugars and a Shot. I'll leave that
Okay.
down below.
Hmm.
Uh, Alexis does Ready to Love recaps with Ty Wilson of Ready to Love DC. So she's
Hmm.
already did her interview portion
Hmm.
with him. When he reviewed the show, she came in and gave,
Yeah.
what she had to say. So that's under that. I knew she was gonna do that. I had a feeling she was gonna do that. And there, like I said, I know Jared has did an interview. Tatiana has done some interviews. Clay's best friend that came into the house. I didn't watch this because I thought it was quite weird, but it is available on commission. She interviewed with commission reviews right after their episode that she was on. I thought it was weird. I didn't watch it because I figured she's trying to get ahead or something, but whatever.
Hmm.
But I will provide that. Somebody else might want to know. And like I said, there are some updates. There's some yeah, without us giving away. Like I said, JJ sent me some of it, and I was like, "Whoop, okay, all right." So yeah, I didn't know that everybody was gonna be talking like that. I wasn't prepared for any of that. So anything that's out there that I have links for, they'll be in the description box. Are you watching the show? What was your opinion about the reunion? Let us know in the comments down below on this video on the social media site that you see this on, except Facebook. Facebook, you leave yours down below on the video. Or you can always shoot me an email at the email address that's in the description box. JJ thank you for being on here with me.
You know I was gonna be on here, girl.
Y'all, this will not be JJ's last time seeing y'all seeing JJ. I have another topic. Once Ready to Love comes back, I got a topic that we need to talk about. We're gonna have another talk about it, and I want JJ on to talk about this with me. So yeah, we will be doing that, and hopefully she will accept.
We shall see.
You gonna probably
We
accept.
shall see.
So yeah, but again, thank you, my friend, for being on.
Of
Y'all
course.
believe it or not, JJ is the only one of my friends that actually calls me Diva, and I call her Diva back. I might change her name to JJ Diva on here, or when I refer to her, she might be instead of J May, she might be JJ Diva. So look out for that.
Yes,
But
we've been
yeah,
deeper since we met y'all.
we met, y'all. One day we're going to have a. I'm gonna do a story time about when me and her met, and why we call each why the name's Diva. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's another time she can be on for a story time. So okay.
Yes.
Other than that, guys, thank y'all for watching the good, the bad, and the diva of the Never Ever Meds parts 1, 2, and 3, which I will out those part 1 and 2 I will have in the links to those in the description box if you do not watch those. And yeah, other than that, talking to you in adult terms.